Woo! What's going on, guys? I'm coming to you guys today with another video. Today's video, I'm going to be I'm going to be doing my first NFL draft player analysis for 2023 and the draft coming up. Um, Over the past 2, 3 years, whatever, I've been doing this. I've been doing this for a couple years now. I think I'm going on year 3. I've done my draft analysis of players, and sometimes good, sometimes bad. Reactions from the fan base. It just all depends. This year, I'm going to do it up a little bit differently. I'm going to kind of let the internet decide on who that I'm going to evaluate. And by saying that, I'm going to look at the so-called experts' picks on who the Detroit Lions will be taking according to them. So just say, for instance, Sports Illustrated comes out with guys with Logan Lamoureux, the Walter Football mock, the Walter base. What's it called here? WalterFootball.com. There's a sideline report, NFL mock draft database, POD mocks, Matt Miller, all those type of guys. The Daniel Jeremiahs, the Bucky Brooks of the NFL world at the NFL Network. I'm gonna kind of look at who those guys are predicting that the Lions are going to take, and I'm going to kind of analyze those players. I'm not going to pick the guys myself. So, some of these sites will go first round, second round, third round. Some will go all 7 rounds. Some will go just first and second. Some will go just first round. So I'm going to kind of mix it and match it through all this. I'm just going to pick and choose on who I want to analyze. So, over the years, like I said, I've done this. I've had guys tell me, man, Lions don't need him. Why are you talking about this guy? Why are you talking about a quarterback? Why are you talking about a running back? Why are you talking about this guy? You don't know football, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So this is why I come up with this solution. I'm just going to use Google, and I just Googled Detroit Lions mock drafts, and it came up with a whole list of different mock drafts that the Lions were going to take. And they're all mocks, obviously. Nothing's in stone. You guys know that. So I decided to do it this way. So I went for my first. I started from the top. I'm going to kind of flip-flop around, pick guys who I want to really look at. And the first guy that I did was Logan Lamoureux. If you guys know him from the SI.com, you can follow him on Facebook. You can follow him on Twitter. He's actually a pretty good reporter of the Detroit Lions, has his opinions and he has the facts. I think he's a pretty good sideline guy. So I really like that guy. Now, I went with him first. So I went with him, and he did a 7-round mock. Now, doesn't mean I'm going to go for that 7-round mock, but I'm going to talk about the first guy that he has on his list, who the Detroit Lions are going to take at round 1, pick 6 overall, and that's the pick from the LA Rams. Thank you, LA. Now, he has us taking edge player, Myles Murphy from the Clemson Tigers. 6'5", 275 pounds, 21 years old, mainly played right defensive end. Now, his stats for 3 years, played in the ACC, 116 total tackles, 36 tackles for loss, 18 and a half sacks, 5 pass deflects, and 6 forced fumbles. Now, my analysis of this guy is, first of all, Logan has us taking him because, can't have enough pass rushers in this league. You don't know what's going on with guys like Charles Harris, Romeo Okwara, Julian Okwara. These guys are going to be around. So, you can never have enough pass rushers, and this guy's a really good football player. So my draft analysis of this guy is, he played a really good amount of snaps as a freshman. He was in there right away, right out of high school. Boom, he was in there. He's improved every year, very consistent football player. If you look at him, he's nothing really he's not a phenomenal stat guy. Put up numbers. He put up some numbers, but he's a very consistent player. As a Clemson Tiger with a big frame, great height, like I said, at 6'5", and extremely long arms. You can almost say that he's got vines for arms. Just a good length for a defensive end. Can bat down some balls, and you like that. He gives offensive tackles fits, in the run game and in the pass game. He's got a variety of different pass moves. If he gets caught up too, I've noticed that, when he gets caught up with an OT or a guard or something like that, or just any type of old lineman, he's got some counter moves. He's not a guy that's going to just play with you, just sit there and not be able to do nothing. He's going to try to counter. He's going to use those hands too as well. He's a student of the game, so he's a film junkie, and he uses his hands really well. Like I said, when hand fighting with other old linemen, knows how to block and shed away blockers and knock guys off their course. So he's more of I think he's more of a speed to power guy, almost in that mold of a Aiden Hutchinson. He's bigger than Aiden, I think, though. At least heavier wise, he's a little bit heavier than Aiden. About 10, 15 pounds. I think Aiden was that speed to power guy as well. But I think he's more of that power guy. He's going to bull rush you. He's gonna close the pocket pretty quick on you. He's powerful. His first step, very athletic. He's got those long strides. He's powerful. Really good flexibility too for a bigger man. And he got that ankle flexion going on as well too. When he's trying to bend around the corner, he can get low if he needs to get low. Get his pads low at times too. And I try to get to the quarterback or just get into the backfield in general. So I really like him there. He's a high motor player. And he drops back into a little bit of zone coverage as well too during his time at Clemson. Did a little bit more in 2022, which I really liked. And he holds the edges in the run game too as well. He's powerful, got that lower body. He's strong up top, strong low. So he sets the edge pretty well, and he can stalemate and hold offensive tackles up if he needs to set that edge for the run game and let other guys clean up or shed a block and get to the running back. Now, with those, like I always said, with those strengths, or the positives we can call them, come the negatives and the weaknesses, right? Now sometimes he'll take himself out of a play every now and then. He'll misdiagnose a play at times. He does that. I kind of noticed that, and he needs to stay a little bit lower at times when he's getting blocked. Like if he lets blockers get into his chest a little bit, he kind of has trouble with that, with getting off that, because all that is work on getting low. He just needs to get a little bit lower as a football player, and then he'll be fine. But if guys get into his chest, he has a little bit of problems right there. He's a bit stiff in his lower body. Like I said, he has that good flexibility at times in his ankles and get a little bit lower there. But he can be a little bit stiff sometimes in his lower body, and he needs to finish more. He's a guy that didn't put up a tremendous amount of stats at 3 years at Clemson. Nothing bad though. But the sky's the limit on this kid. He just needs to finish more. It's not that he's sloppy or lazy or anything like that. It's just that he seems to be a guy that just he needs to finish a little bit more. He's always around the football, and he just needs to finish a little bit more. But that's really my diagnosis of this guy, my analysis. Really good football player. I think he's going to be a day one starter for any team that gets him. He's been mocked to us in a few mocks. Logan's just one of them. That's the one I decided to do first. Don't know who I'm going to do next. I've done a bunch of these already. I've been looking at players and stuff. So, but Myles Murphy was the first off the board, and I just wanted to see how this kid really was when I watched his tape. And I came away pretty impressed. He's a first round guy. He's going probably in the top 10. I can't see him slipping out of the top 10. And the Lions have a shot probably at him. Will they grab another defensive end? Don't really know just yet. They might not. Defensive tackle might be a bigger need. Linebacker might be a bigger need. Corner might be a bigger need. But this is a guy that I think is going to be a day one starter, and he'd be something else next to him and Hutch. Hutch. You got Houston coming off there too. So you got those three coming off the edge. It's going to be pretty exciting. He'd be a pretty exciting ad if we can get him in Honolulu blue and silver. But that's who Logan picked. Don't shoot the messenger, guys. This is how I'm going to do it. If you guys got any ideas or any requests, shoot them at me. Shoot them at me. I'll try to get them out to you as fast as I can. I've been looking at these guys for a while now. I got lots more to do. It's just very busy. Got all kinds of little projects going on with YouTube right now, so I got to get to it. I just have to get to it, but I'll slowly get to it, man. Hopefully I get it done in time. But day one starter, Myles Murphy. I really like him at 6'5", 275 pounds. I think this kid's going to be a force in the NFL. I think he's just going to get better, and I think he could be he can be probably a 10-sack guy in the NFL eventually when it's all said and done. But thanks a lot, guys. That's my little draft profile on edge player Myles Murphy from Clemson Tigers. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you guys coming in the video and watching. I appreciate you guys paying attention right there. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button in the bottom right. Don't forget to hit the notification bell again on my videos. And don't forget to like, comment, share this out. What do you guys think, man? Myles Murphy, good pick. I think he's a good one. I think he's a top 10 player. Thanks, guys. Go Lions, one pride, baby. Boom.